Tomorrow, 5 billion people, exactly half the human race, will completely pause their lives for a single global event. Unlike domestic American sports that crown national champions, the World Cup is a true global battlefield. This trophy represents the ultimate prize in the only sport played in every corner of the earth. But despite the massive scale, almost every casual American viewer is going to misinterpret what is actually happening on the pitch. You will see players diving, rolling on the grass, stalling for time, and complaining to the referee. It's easy to dismiss this as a sign of a soft or fake sport. These exaggerated reactions serve a specific purpose. They manipulate the official and force a tactical reset under the guise of an injury. That manipulation begins tomorrow inside the Estadio Azteca, a massive, intimidating proving ground where the tournament officially kicks off. In this environment, conventional sportsmanship is replaced by a survival mechanism players call the dark arts. This involves the deliberate, calculated use of gamesmanship to provoke opponents and influence the referee to gain a fractional advantage. The greatest legends in the history of the game thrived in this unfiltered intensity, using every psychological edge available to secure a win. In a tournament where a single goal can eliminate an entire country, mastering these tactics is the only way to survive the group stages. Reading the rhythm of an opening match requires identifying two specific behaviors used to break an opponent's momentum. The first is the high press. Teams hunt in coordinated packs, moving aggressively to smother the opponent the exact second they touch the ball. The constant aggressive pursuit creates a sense of claustrophobia, causing even elite defenders to make erratic split-second errors. The second tactic is shutting down the engine. Defenses identify the opponent's primary playmaker, the player responsible for distributing the ball, and target them immediately. Defenders will hit that playmaker hard in the opening 10 minutes. They aren't trying to cause an injury, they are trying to implant a sense of hesitation. Forcing the smartest player on the field to think twice before making a pass can completely derail a nation's entire tactical plan. Beyond the players, teams must also face the most overwhelming variable on the pitch, the stadium crowd, acting as the 12th man. Imagine trying to execute a complex strategy while 80,000 people synchronize their collective hostility and direct it entirely at you. The sheer volume strips away a player's ability to hear their teammates, isolating them in a sensory pressure cooker. Surviving that environment requires a player to shut out their own senses, ignoring 80,000 voices to focus entirely on the next 10 yards of grass. On June 12th, the United States men's national team steps into this psychological battlefield. For decades, the global soccer establishment has viewed the U.S. squad as a sleeping giant that never quite wakes up to the reality of the international game. But this generation of American players was forged in Europe's most competitive clubs, playing at the highest level of the sport. Hosting the tournament on home soil removes their status as underdogs, replacing it with the weight of massive national expectations. The home advantage acts as a double-edged sword, where the comfort of familiar stadiums is often outweighed by the pressure of performing for a home crowd. The stakes are absolute. The U.S. team must advance from the group stage or face a historic disappointment on their own soil. The margin for error is non-existent. One bad touch, a slip on the grass, or a single manipulated referee call could end their campaign in minutes. Every opponent they face will use the dark arts and high-pressure tactics we've discussed to break the American squad's composure. As the tournament begins, the drama will shift with every match. Staying ahead of these tactics is the only way to see what's actually happening. Decoding the logic of the pitch is the only way to track the real movement of the tournament. Subscribe now to see the reality behind the scoreline.